To a simple but worrying equation that we have uncovered in an investigation into where our food comes from. Eating chicken from some of our main supermarkets equals deforestation in Brazil. Chicken sold by Tesco, Asda and Lidl and served up at McDonald's and Nando's is reared on soya grown on what was wooded savanna until fires conveniently transformed it into farmland. Much less well known than Brazil's famous Amazon rainforest, the Cerrado savanna is similarly teeming with life and is home to almost 5,000 rare plants found nowhere else on Earth, as well as many endangered animals.
This is one of the world's last remaining pristine ecosystems going up in smoke. These pictures were filmed last month, and though this fire is 5,000 miles away, we can reveal the direct connection between this destruction and the chicken being sold on every British high street. The Brazilian Cerrado is one of the most biodiverse savannas in the world. It's home to rare jaguars, giant anteaters, and locks up billions of tons of planet-warming carbon dioxide. But more than half the Cerrado has already been lost to make space for crops like soybeans, a main source of protein in animal feed. Local campaigners are seeing it disappear before their eyes.
For me, it's very sad to see amazing savanna with incredible biodiversity being converted into a massive landscape with only one species.
Our joint investigation with the Bureau of Investigative Journalism and Greenpeace Unearthed has exposed the links between this deforestation and chicken from some of our best-known brands, including Tesco, Asda, Lidl, McDonald's and Nando's. By following just one of the countless threads in the global soya supply chain, our investigation has shown that all of this chicken was reared using soya that could have come from deforested land. Incredibly, we as consumers have no way of knowing which was and which wasn't. More worrying still is nor do the companies that make these products. So complex and opaque is the system that brings potentially unsustainable soya into the UK. This is the first time the precise journey from forest fire to our fork has been revealed. This is land owned by soybean producer SLC Agricola, filmed by our drone in October. The soya the farm grows is sold on to US food giant Cargill, the largest importer of soya to the UK. This summer, 66,000 tonnes of beans from here were shipped across the Atlantic to Cargill's soya terminal at the port of Liverpool. The soya is offloaded and trucked to Cargill's poultry feed mills, like this one in Herefordshire. The mills turn the soya into feed for birds at Cargill's UK chicken business, Avara, one of our largest chicken producers. And those chickens fed on soya from the Cerrado end up here at this abattoir in Hereford, which supplies some of our biggest supermarkets and food brands. Cargill told us it's not broken any rules in sourcing its soya and is in line with its own policy of not obtaining it from deforested land protected by law. Avara said it has committed to eliminate deforestation in its supply chain by 2025. But is there an alternative? This farmer in Devon is pioneering a soya-free chicken. His birds peck at fresh pasture with non-soya feed when they need it. But it's more labour-intensive, so the chicken costs more.
As I understand it, the poultry industry pretty much relies on soy. But I wouldn't blame anybody who produces poultry in any particular way. We have, as farmers, have responded to a market.
Supermarkets Tesco, Asda and Lidl all told us they're committed to eliminating deforestation from their supply chains by 2025. McDonald's said it had set a target of 2030 and is working urgently to address deforestation. Nando's told us it wants to end deforestation too and is looking at alternatives to soya. But campaigners say they can do more.
We don't have to go vegan or vegetarian. It's about less and better. But most of all, we need companies who have the power in this system to be taking industrial meat off of their shelves. They have the power to do it, and they need to be providing consumers with affordable, sustainable alternatives that aren't trashing forests.
As consumers, we can make choices. The pound in our pocket can go a long way, even the 5,000 miles from here to Brazil's burning forests. Tom Clark, News at 10.